So one of the things that I've recently come across that I've really enjoyed has been watching people step outside of their comfort zone and doing things that they haven't ordinarily done before, and myself included. And I just think that this is such a underrated skill to have and something that we don't celebrate enough, because more often than not, we're so afraid of the judgment of others, and oftentimes the voice in our own heads is even louder than other voices, to the point where you can barely hear your own thoughts, and you create so much doubt within yourself that oftentimes that is the thing that prevents you from doing something new. And it's almost like we set ourselves up with these defense mechanisms to keep ourselves protected, because we think that by venturing out into the unknown, the level of risk that we're going to expose ourselves to is going to be a life or death situation, right? We let the fear of what the thing is that we want to do stop us before we even had a chance to see if we're actually afraid of the thing that we're going to do. I feel myself feeling so different from people that are my own age, because it makes me feel like I'm the crazy one. When I tell people about the things that I've been doing recently to step outside of my personal comfort zone, I've been met with every single emotion under the sun, from inspiration to joy to shock to surprise to even lesser emotions like jealousy and disappointment, and also doubt from them about why would you ever do something like that. And I think that's how I know that I'm on the right track, because regardless of what anyone else thinks, I'm actively doing the things that are currently holding the most amount of excitement within me, and I'm following the things that I'm most passionate about. I take a lot of pride in not living a conventional or a normal life by the definitions that most people would assign to that. And I think that's what makes life so exciting, because when there's risk involved, growth usually isn't too far behind. For example, the most brilliant people to ever walk the face of the earth have all at one point in their lives been called crazy or delusional, or been told their ideas will never work, or you should give up on this silly little dream that you have, because what's the point? You need to go out and get a job and work your 9 to 5 like the rest of us. But look where that's taken us. Look at all of the amazing things that we've been able to accomplish as human beings on this planet. We've reached the top of the food chain. We've extended human life. We've created industry. We've created the ability to communicate with each other from all different points across the earth. And now more so than ever, we're making efforts to reach towards the stars. I think that's just such an exciting time to realize that we do have a lot more going for us than we think. But none of that's possible without the people that dare to be different, without the people that had a crazy dream when it didn't make sense, those people who dared to take a risk and who had the determination and the hope that they would be able to achieve the vision that they set out in their mind. We need more people in the world that are willing to dare to do something that scares them, to dare to do something that is outside of their comfort zone, even when it doesn't make sense to anybody else. This world can be a paradise if we choose to make it so. But that's the choice that we face, is will we? Because the world is in rough shape right now, and there's a lot going on that I know I felt this way, to where, what can I do? The problems that we're facing seem to be too big for any one person to solve alone. So why not start small? With where things are at right now, the world needs you. It needs you and whatever you have to give. It can be the smallest of actions. It doesn't have to be this big, grandiose thing that you do. It starts in the small actions that you can do on a daily basis. Do something nice for somebody just because. Strike up a conversation and try to spread some good energy with someone you haven't talked to before. Say something to someone that you love that you've been meaning to say, but haven't found the time. It's the little things that lead to big changes. And I've noticed that as I've actively done more of the little things in my life, that has started a snowball effect and led me to taking on bigger and bigger risks and pushing the limits of where my comfort zone lies. And that's led me to arguably one of the most exciting journeys that I've ever been on in my entire life. And I've met so many amazing people throughout that process. And the people that I've currently got surrounding me are just some of the absolute best people that I've ever met. And I wouldn't have met them otherwise if I didn't step out of my comfort zone. One thing that really helped me to figure out how to do this in my own way was just by starting with having the conversation with myself to say, okay, let's do one new thing a month that you've never done before. And that process has greatly accelerated and turned into, hey, let's do like 10 new things that you've never done before this month. And I can't tell you how fulfilling that has made life in recent weeks. And none of it has really been planned. It's just been things that have come on my radar that I've decided to go and explore, go and pursue, see what happens here. That thing looks cool. I'm gonna go do that and see what this experience is like. If you do this system and make it your own, this is just what I found that worked for me, where I tried to do at least one new thing every month. And if you do that, you'll have 12 new life experiences to reflect on at the end of the year. How much more fulfilling is life when you have 12 new things that you can talk about and draw from that experience on? How does that shape you as a person? So the point of me making this video was to encourage you, challenge yourself to step outside of your comfort zone, to venture into the unknown, to take a risk, to take a chance, to do the crazy thing that you've always talked about doing, but have never followed through with. Because I found that the more that I do that, the more exciting life keeps getting. And for those of you out there that are struggling with how to do that, you just have to start. It's really that simple. Take the first step and see where that leads you. You never know what you might find along the journey. Thanks for listening today. If you want to check out more of my conversations that I've had, it's only been one so far, but I'll link that podcast episode here at the end of the video. So hope you all have a good day.